Hey ladies, TamikiaTT, and Baby G, we're here. Okay, so it is Monday, um, December 30th, and Safe Flight just got here. They're working on my windshield. They're definitely gonna put my windshield in today. So I'm gonna get my car back, y'all. I'm gonna get my car back. All right, so the last video I explained how I was a little bit down because my milk supply had diminished and the stuff was going on with the car. The car is getting resolved. They're going to get me straight today. So no worries there. I'm happy about that. Um, Baby G has an appointment this afternoon. The time is now 11:47. He has an appointment in 2 hours. So hopefully this guy can get done really soon and then we can make that appointment. But he is 11 weeks today. 11 weeks. He's looking down at the cats. He's 11 weeks, and I've been supplementing uh, his meals because my milk supply had diminished, and he's now over 12 pounds. He's over 12 pounds now. So, or at least he was. That was like middle of the afternoon. So I don't know. I didn't weigh him this morning. He's going to go to the doctor. He'll get weighed then. But he's going for a skin check because he's got some irritation. The doctor thinks it's eczema. I think he is being irritated by a particular active ingredient. And I believe that active ingredient is called dimethicone. Now, dimethicone, well, here's the thing. I didn't know where the irritation was coming from. It's all over his chest, all over his back, his arms, his legs. It started out all over his face and then kind of spread out everywhere else. Now, granted, he's not wearing clothes on his face, um, but he is up next to my clothes. But I use a Tide Free and Clear, but that also I found out recently that that also has dimethicone in it. So why I think he's being irritated by dimethicone is because when he went to his 2 month appointment, um, I asked about the skin condition, and she thought it was eczema or some sort of contact dermatitis. So she prescribed some hydrocortisone, which we were supposed to use twice a day for 7 days, and then I'm basically supposed to grease him up, keep him moisturized twice a day, and and then we were going to come back in 2 weeks. So today is 2 weeks, so we'll see how that goes. But in the process of that, she gave me a bunch of samples. um I don't have any of it in front of me, but I'm going to put pictures of these products. So the first thing she put on the baby right away, because his skin was dry, was triple cream. Now, triple cream is its active ingredient is petroleum, which is basically the same as Vaseline. So while he didn't appear to be irritated or itchy, he was red in a lot of his folds around his neck. He had raised bumps, and a lot of things were calming down, but he was red in a lot of places. So she put this on him, and we got home, and I took his clothes off, and I noticed he was not red anywhere. So I said, oh, okay. So I don't know if he was just red because the skin was dry, or if he was red because it was irritated and that helped calm it down. But either way, triple cream tended to work. But again, it was just like a little sample size. So we only had so much of that. So we used the triple cream. Then the next thing she had in the bag was something called a Vaniply. And so I put that on him, and he just immediately started crying. Now, mind you, we were using the hydrocortisone as well. So I will put the hydrocortisone on him first, which is obviously in a petroleum and some mineral oil. But, and then I would put the lotion on after. And so I tried the Vaniply, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but he would like scream. And I was like, oh, I think this is like burning him or something. And then all his little parts would turn red. So I backed off of that, and then I moved on to the Eucerin eczema for baby, and that active ingredient is colloquial oatmeal, which seemed to work really, really well. So I used all the Eucerin, and then I went back to the Vaniply, same reaction from him. So I'm like, there's something in this. So I looked at the vanillin. The active ingredient was dimethicone, and but I was also, when he was going, I had already been using Aveeno. Now it wasn't Aveeno for eczema, but it was Aveeno Baby, and its active ingredient is dimethicone. So the major difference between that, because I wasn't getting that same reaction when I put the Aveeno lotion, which she had also given me that as a sample as well. So the difference there is Aveeno has dimethicone of 1.2%, and the vanillin had 2% uh, dimethicone for active ingredient. So I said, okay, this dimethicone is definitely irritating him. So I started washing him. She had also given me some advanced therapy eucerin, which is not baby, but some advanced therapy eucerin to bathe him in. So I've been bathing him in that, and I have been using the eucerin lotion. So when I ran out of that, because those are all sample sizes, I just went to baby oil. Well, I went to the Aveeno, but his irritation started to come back. So now I'm just using Vaseline or baby oil on him. They're all incredibly greasy, but his skin stays calm and not flared up. So that's the good thing. So I also have some Dove, which she gave me as sample, but those were like sensitive. It wasn't Dove Baby, and it it's a bar soap instead of a liquid soap, because the other thing is when I bathe him, she asked me to not rub his skin but to pat his skin so as to not irritate those areas as well. So I didn't want to use the bar for that reason. So I haven't looked at the ingredients on the Dove Baby. I have to go all the way upstairs to get that set. But I'm gonna go get the Dove Baby and see how that goes. Now the Aveeno won't go to waste because I can use that on me. It doesn't irritate me, but it certainly irritates him. So I'm gonna check out the Dove. If the Dove has dimethicone or something in it, I'm gonna put that down here, so that you don't have to wait for another video for me to work that out. So there we have it. That's why he has an appointment today, to check on the condition of his skin, because she thought maybe the dosage of the hydrocortisone might not have worked. So he was on 1% hydrocortisone, and she said she'd go to 1.5 if that didn't work, and up from there if that continues to not work. But I think the hydrocortisone helped. It didn't help like make it go away completely, but I think it helped pull some of the irritation. But then he was getting irritated by the lotion, so I don't know if that was a true gauge. So, so we'll see. You'll also notice his hair. My baby's hair is all falling out. It's gone. It's gone. I mean, it's going. It's going. He pretty much is like a mohawk now. But newborns lose their hair. I didn't expect him to like lose it. Like you see his sides. It's like the hair was not even going to grow back. He's completely bald right here. So, I am going to ask the doctor about that and see what she says. But I think it's just normal newborn hair loss. I just have to wait another month or two to see if his hair grows back. So there's that. All right. Now to the thing that made me the most sad, and that was my milk supply. Now, my milk supply has returned. I'm very happy about that, and I had only been working on the supply maybe 2 or 3 days, but something interesting has happened, and I've done some research, and now I believe I know why my milk supply took that dip. So I am not happy to say that today is cycle day 1. Who knew it? This is cycle day 1 of my first postpartum menstrual cycle. Ah, not happy to report this because he is 11 weeks today. And believe it or not, I guess the minimum that I would have expected to see my cycle back would have been week 10 postpartum. So I managed to get an extra free week. On average, women who are breastfeeding exclusively and like not supplementing with bottles can go on average about 6 months before there's a mosquito in here. Um, before their cycle returns. Every woman is different. Um, I am apparently not the average. And so, despite the fact that I was exclusively breastfeeding and additional pumping, on top of that, I still got my cycle exactly, cycle day one, exactly 11 days postpartum. I spotted for 2 days prior, which is why I knew it was coming. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but for sure, last night it looked more like a cycle. And so, since that was last night, today is the first day, full flow. Not happy about that. There are things that make you more likely to get your cycle sooner rather than later. Um, there is a whole bit about that. As a matter of fact, give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to pull up the information. So, things that make you likely to get your period back sooner. Your baby sleeping for more than 4 hours at a time during the day, which he was doing at birth, or is sleeping for more than 6 hours at a time at night, which he sleeps 9 hours at night. So he's sleeping through the night, basically anywhere from 6 to 9 hours every night. At this point, he's been doing that for a while now. He's been sleeping 4+ hours since birth. So there we have it. I guess I never had a chance. Next, it says your baby has begun to eat solid foods. He's not eating solid foods. You're supplementing some breast milk with formula milk. I've not been doing that. Your baby uses, this is a dummy because it's the UK, but basically a pacifier or a dummy if you're in the UK. So he does use a pacifier. Although sometimes he likes it, sometimes he doesn't. I don't know, but he's been using the pacifier. Your baby's feeding less often during the day and for less time at each feed, which he started to do. But I think that had to do with my supply diminishing. Now, it says your periods are less likely to return if you're feeding your baby often during the day and your baby has not started solid foods. You co-sleep with your baby. I don't co-sleep. I co-sleep. He is in the same room, but he's not in the bed with me. It says you carry your baby close to you in a sling or a carrier during the day so that he can latch on whenever he wants. No. And so those are the three things that would make it less likely to return. So I guess I didn't have a chance. My cycles have returned. And what this means is I am fertile. I am officially fertile now. I don't have to worry about getting pregnant with another baby because, well, that requires some other activity and I'm not on birth control. So the other thing is it says if you have lower levels of progesterone, you're likely to get your periods back earlier than moms with higher levels of progesterone. So as I was trying to conceive, my day 21 progesterone came back normal or a little on the low side, my day 21 progesterone. But, you know, I guess I didn't, my first transfer didn't work. I guess I wasn't making enough progesterone. So that might be another reason as well. Also, I read that the progesterone that your body produces during the luteal phase of your cycle, which is between ovulation and the beginning of your next cycle, can cause a dip in your breast milk. So I will say, leading up to all of this, for like the past 2-3 weeks. So 3 weeks ago, I noticed that I was craving a lot of sugar and junk food, which is typically something that happens to me right before my cycle starts. I couldn't understand why. I just wanted a lot of junk, a lot of sugar, a lot of greasy foods. And it was like, I don't have a cycle. Why am I craving this so bad? I had no cravings during pregnancy, so I couldn't even, try to blame things on that. I will say, right when I noticed that my milk supply, one of the things that helped trigger some of these things, with me determining that he was not getting enough milk from me, is that I had gone to the bathroom, and I mentioned this in the last, I had noticed some egg white cervical mucus. And that cervical mucus had a little brown tinging. So I was basically spotting them. From the time that I saw that cervical mucus to the time of this cycle actually starting is, I want to say, less than a week. So I have also read that postpartum periods, when they come back on, they tend to be wonky. So maybe my luteal phase is not as long. Maybe it just took a while for that cervical mucus to come down. I had already generated it, and it just had not come down. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm just telling you how I experienced it. So I had that, and then I want to say maybe 3 or so days later, I started noticing boob tenderness. I thought that was coming from the extra pumping that I was doing, trying to get my milk supply up. Definitely nipple soreness. Again, I thought that was from the extra pumping that I was doing, trying to get my milk supply to come up. Who knew a period was starting? And what's interesting is that I had noticed for a couple of days that I wasn't pumping as much, but I thought he was just getting more. And so I wasn't getting as much out. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was the safe flight guy not giving me great news. Okay. At any rate, what I was saying, that is why my milk had diminished. I believe what I was trying to say, I don't even remember what I was saying at the end of that last clip, but the progesterone that we generate during the luteal phase of our cycle causes the dip in the milk supply. The good news is it bounces right back up, I guess, when the cycle starts, and that's exactly what happened. My progesterone started to decline, my milk supply it bounced right back. Okay. As far as my car is concerned, I'm upset. I'm upset because I feel like I'm wasting money. Like I said, I felt attacked. And those last videos, I'm still feeling attacked. So I just called the body shop, and basically the best round figure that they could give me for what needs to happen with my car, and probably what should have happened last week, is about $2,000. That's a rough estimate. Because now the car is in like an even worse situation, because the okay, let me explain what's happening, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Because at this point, I got to go get a new car, thanks to my windshield. And I can't, it's mainly my fault. But it is what it is, and I got to do what I got to do. So this is like the absolute worst time. But so what's happening is I believe I explained already, it was rusted because the windshield was leaking. The last body shop put body filler around the area. And what the Safe Flight guy told me is that the glue that they use to bind the windshield has to be on metal. And the body filler is really thick on the area. And the glue will not bond to that. It needs to bond to metal. So he said he tried to sand through the body filler, but it's on there really thick. He can't get through it. And the auto collision place said basically they would have to remove that bond to see what was going on before they did anything. And that would take time. So all of that, $2,000. And to give me a real estimate, they need to see it, which means I gotta tow it in. I gotta tow it in or bring it in. Car's not really safe to drive. If I get into a collision, the windshield will come off. And even if they try to put the windshield on top of that bond, it's not a safe seal. So if I got into a collision, the windshield would come off. So I'm not putting $2,000 into this car. I'm just not going to do that. I'm still without a car. I'm just going to use Lyft to get to his appointment. Good news is I can get to his appointment. But I'm probably super hormonal because my cycle started today. But this is not what I need. It's not what I need. The place that put this bonding on the vehicle was a collision repair shop. I think that they are out until after the new year. So, thank goodness it's New Year's Eve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my baby to his appointment via Lyft and then come home. In the meantime, I am going to call the place who did this work, which is incorrect, and talk to them. I really don't want them to touch my car anymore because you talk to your body guy. Your body guy did this. Your body guy should have known that windshield couldn't be glued. He should have known that. And the fact that he didn't know that just makes shit worse. That doesn't make me confident in getting this resolved at his shop and paying more money. I just want to call them to express my disgust at how they fixed this and that it didn't fix it. And now I don't feel comfortable in whatever they might suggest to resolve it. I mean, anything under $500 is what I would pay in a deductible to insurance, right? For any body work. So I'm willing to pay, I guess, the $500. But the way you fix this didn't fix it. And I've already paid you $200 to fix it, and you didn't fix it. So I'm going to call them. In the meantime, I'm going to look for a new car. I will probably look for the cheapest new car I could possibly find to drive around for the next few years, and then maybe trade that in for a car that I really want. Um, not, not, not how I wanted to bring in my new year. Not at all. Um, but this is where it is. This is where it is. Anyway. I gotta focus on what I can focus on. And that's finding another vehicle. It's probably not gonna be a brand new car. Maybe try to find me a certified used car or something like that. For now, I need a car I can get around in and not something that's gonna nickel and dime me. But I need a vehicle. And maybe I can find something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work it out, but okay. I'm gonna have to work it out. But in the meantime, I gotta get my baby to his appointment. Which I think is probably at 2 o'clock. And I just told myself 1:45, but whatever. Whatever. At any rate, now that my cycle has started, I can give my review of the period or menstruation underwear that I said I would do, the Lilova. So I am wearing it now. I've been wearing it all morning. I will give my review in another video, but just wanted to let you know that that is coming sooner than I thought. Thanks to my cycle starting sooner than I thought it would. But single mommy problems, right? There isn't somebody who can handle this for me. I have to deal with it. So I gotta put my big girl drawers on, pull myself up by my bootstraps, and get this worked out. I am going to, the good news is I'm still paid. I have, sorry, that's the TV. I have recent pay stubs where I've been getting paid, and that works in my favor right now. They don't know that I'm about to go unpaid, so whatever I'm going to do, I have to do it fast. And I have to do what's safe, despite how much money I've spent on my vehicle this past year, which has been a lot in maintenance, including that damn transmission. That I'm still paying for. I'm still paying for it. So I'm gonna be paying for that and a new car. I know, baby. I know. Come here. Come give mommy a hug. Mommy needs a hug from her baby. Mommy needs a hug from her baby. Yes. Yes. Bug. Mommy has to get us some new digs. Yeah? Yeah, it's time for a new car, right? Yeah. Yeah, Bug. Yeah. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. How can everything not be okay when your baby smiles at you like that? Yeah. Right, Bug? Right. My mommy's gonna make it all right for us. I don't know. All right, I'll work this out, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I gotta work this out, and until I can see it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. This might mean I have to go back to work early. I have to see, but I'm not feeling great right now about this. I still don't have a car after not having one for a week. But we'll work it out. Thank the Lord for Lyft and Uber and whatever. And I'm just gonna have to figure all of this out. Figure it all out. Yeah. So I'm gonna see what I like, and then see what my financial options are from that point. All right, ladies, I'm gonna go. I have to get dressed. I have to get the baby dressed, and we have to go soon. So, all right, not how I expected this video to end. I thought it would be a happy day. It's not a happy day, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it. So, at any rate, sticky baby dust, all those TTC.